All right, let's talk about the iQFOiL class. This is the super exciting, high-speed pathway for any young windsurfer who's dreaming about Olympic gold. And trust me, this is not your parents' windsurfing.
We are talking about boards that literally fly above the water. It's this incredible mix of insane speed, pinpoint precision, and really sharp tactics. So for any young racer listening, this is pretty much where your journey to the top begins.
And that's the million-dollar question, right? How do you actually do it? It's not just about raw talent. There's a very specific, very structured path you've got to follow. So let's dive in and break that ladder down step by step.
Okay, first things first, the gear. You know, just like any high-performance sport, the equipment is absolutely crucial. And in iQFOiL, it's designed to evolve right along with you as you get older and your skills get sharper.
Now, before we get any deeper, we have to talk about the piece of tech that makes this whole class fly, the foil. Think of it as an underwater wing. As you pick up speed, this wing lifts the entire board out of the water, which is what gives you that crazy speed. It's the key to everything.
So what's really smart about this whole setup is that the core equipment stays the same across all the junior and youth age groups. Everyone's on the same iQFOiL 85 board using really high-quality gear like carbon masts and carbon foil wings. This creates a really level playing field, so it's your skill that truly makes the difference.
And this chart, well, it lays out the progression perfectly. If you're under 15, you're working with smaller 5 and 6 meter sails. Move up to under 17 and you get access to a bigger, more powerful 7 meter sail. And then comes the big leap, under 19. Now you're on a full-size 8 meter sail. You get a lighter, stiffer carbon foil mast and a bigger front wing for more lift and power. See, each step is perfectly designed to match your physical growth.
Okay, so you've got the gear dialed in. What about the racing itself? This is where iQFOiL gets really cool. The race course isn't just one static thing. It's this dynamic arena that literally changes with the wind.
And here's the philosophy behind that. The class is not designed to favor just one type of sailor. By constantly changing the race format based on the weather, it forces you to master every single skill in the book, from pure, unadulterated speed to long-term strategic thinking. It's all about finding the most complete athlete out there.
So the magic number you have to remember is 10 knots. If the wind is under 10 knots, it's all about explosive speed and perfect turns in slalom racing. But once that wind picks up over 10 knots, the game completely changes. It becomes a tactical, almost chess-like battle of course racing.
So in those lighter winds, the racing is just fast and furious. You've got your standard slalom, a series of high-speed dashes with aggressive turns. And then there's sprint slalom, which adds this open downwind section where you have to throw in 2 perfect jobs wherever you think is best. It's pure tactics at max speed.
And get this, these races are unbelievably short. We're talking 4 minutes, sometimes even less. It is an all-out sprint from start to finish, where one tiny mistake, one slight bobble, and your race is pretty much over. There is absolutely zero room for error. Now, when the wind really starts blowing, the course gets longer and way more tactical. You're fighting for a good spot on a crowded start line, battling your way upwind, making these critical strategic choices at the downwind gate. These races are a real test of endurance, lasting anywhere from 12 to 20 minutes.
But wait, there's more. For the absolute ultimate test of both your physical and mental stamina, there's the marathon. This is just a grueling, long-distance race that can go for over an hour. It's designed to push sailors to their absolute limit.
So, you've survived a week of battling it out in all these different formats, slalom, course racing, maybe even a marathon. It all comes down to the final day. The final showdown, the medal race.
And this is where the pressure just goes through the roof. For the top sailors who make the cut, all the points they earned during the week, gone, wiped clean. It becomes a head-to-head, winner-takes-all fight for the medals. Everything you did before just got you a ticket to this final battle.
And staying true to the class philosophy, even the final race adapts to the wind. In lighter air, it's back to the pure speed of slalom. But when it's windy, they pull out a very special course designed for maximum drama.
This America's Cup-style course is just a brilliant hybrid of everything. It kicks off with the explosive speed of a reaching start, it's got the tactical downwind legs, but then it throws in a classic upwind grind to test strategy, all before a final flat-out blast to the finish. It is the ultimate test of a complete sailor. So what does all this mean? It means the medal race is an absolute pressure cooker. It's an elimination format, so every race could be your last. You're not just sailing for points anymore. You're in a straight-up duel where one wrong move and you're out. Wow.
So we've looked at the gear progression, we've looked at the dynamic race formats. Let's kind of tie this all together now. What is the complete pathway, and what does it really take to become a champion in this class?
You know, here's why this whole system just works so well. It gives you a clear, logical way to progress with your equipment as you grow. The different race formats guarantee that only the most versatile, well-rounded sailors make it to the top. And maybe most importantly, it gives you intense, super meaningful competition at every single age group.
And that right there, that's really the bottom line. Every single part of this junior and youth program, from the gear to the race formats, is designed with one goal in mind: to perfectly prepare the next generation of athletes for the senior Olympic stage. It is a direct, proven pathway to the top.
Which kind of leaves us with one final thought. We've seen that you need blistering speed, you need sharp tactics, and you need incredible endurance. But in a class that demands so much versatility, what do you think is the single most critical skill for a young sailor to master if they want to get to the top? Let us know what you think.